Hello there, hope you're able to enjoy Saturday. As we head into the second half of the weekend, we are increasingly going to see a split picture across Scotland. Whilst high pressure is pushing its way in from the Atlantic, southern and eastern areas will be able to benefit from that. But further towards the north and west, we've got this lingering cold front that's going to be slowly pushing its way in. Already starting to see some rain arrive into the far western Isles, but increasingly northern areas of the Highlands up towards Orkney and Shetland as well. That rain turning slightly heavy overnight in places as well, and increasingly breezy with perhaps some local gales across coastlines as well. Areas further to the south generally staying dry throughout much of the night. A bit of cloud coming and going here and there, but a relatively fine one. The wind's a touch lighter as well. For all of us, though, it is going to be a most notably warmer night compared to ones just gone. Over recent nights, we've been dropping down into low single figures in some sheltered valleys, but with the breeze and the cloud that's around tonight holding up way above that, many of us in double-digit figures, perhaps 14, maybe even 15 degrees Celsius along those northern coastal areas of Moray and Aberdeenshire. So pretty mild start first thing on Sunday morning, but eastern and southern areas, whilst there will be a little bit of murk and mist over the higher ground routes of the southern uplands, that'll be clearing its way off, and into the afternoon a good amount of perhaps hazy sunshine as we head throughout the second half of the day, and a relatively fine one here. Further towards the northwest though, rain will be persistent throughout a fair amount of the day, but as we head into the afternoon we'll just ease off a touch, so generally turning lighter and patchier, but the cloud will remain. Could be quite a damp one throughout, and perhaps just pushing slightly further south into other areas of the Highlands, northern part of Argyll and Bute as well, with a little bit of drizzle over the higher ground here. Still particularly windy across the north and west. Again, along coastlines, we could see some localised gales. These wind gusts here, 35, pushing towards 40 miles per hour in place. It is going to make it feel quite fresh, quite cool if you are exposed to that wind. Areas further towards the east and south where you're in that sunshine and more sheltered from that breeze, though wind's much lighter, and that will help it feel a touch pleasant. And so temperatures here climbing more towards the low 20s, if not 23 degrees Celsius across some parts of Aberdeenshire. But again, underneath that cloud, further towards the north and west, held back more around 17, 15 degrees Celsius. As we head into the evening, again, the rain just sort of fizzling out ever so slightly, but there will be bands coming and going across that northwestern slice of the country, and always further towards the south and east, we'll see the drier weather persisting, and perhaps some late sunny intervals, but then some clear periods developing into the overnight period as well. It is a slightly similar picture as we head into Monday as well. That cold front is still lingering across the very far north. Again, might provide some slightly heavier bursts of rain at times. Might just push its way slightly further towards the north, so still lingering across the very far north, but perhaps more in the way of the southern Highlands into parts of Argyll and Bute as well, benefiting from a little bit more sunshine on Monday compared to Sunday. But for the vast majority of central down towards southern areas and eastern areas as well, there'll be a good amount of sunshine, and really quite a pleasant and warm day across the board. Climbing more now towards maybe 25 degrees Celsius along some eastern areas, but many of us at least hitting that 20 degrees Celsius mark, with the exception once again being the far north, held back around mid to high teens here. We'll be, of course, keeping you well up to date across all of our social media channels in terms of what's happening over the next few days, and then we'll be back with your latest Scottish forecast tomorrow. Bye bye.